Hi there everyone, back to do another pour. This one's not going to be too exciting, I don't think, but you never know. I'm doing two 12 by 12s for my powder room. My powder room is like this really dark teal color, and I just have some generic paintings in there right now that I bought from, like, I don't know, HomeSense or something, and I like them, but I thought I should have some of my own work in there because, you know, I'm an artiste. So the paintings that are in there are close-ups of white flower, so they're sort of creamy yellows and stuff. So I thought I would go with a white and gold sort of yellowy palette. So nothing too exciting in that sense, although I will be playing with the 24 karat gold again, which I haven't played with a huge amount, so we'll see how that goes. So let me just get this guy out of the way. So I don't particularly care if I keep the ring the same, because there's going to be two of them, so I don't want them identical, but I am going to pour the cups at the same time. So that's something in my cup. Oh, schmutz. That's good. All right, so I'm going to start off with a bit of white in the bottoms of the cups. That might be a bit too much, but that's okay. And then I've got DecoArt 24 karat gold, and I thickened a bit of it up, but I don't think I have enough here anyway. Does anyone else find that this just kind of takes over the whole thing? I don't know if it was just that it was too thin, or whether that's just the nature of that paint. I don't know, but I'm using it anyway. The white is just my regular house paint I use for everything, which is just whatever's cheap. So then I've got some Artist Loft Old Gold, which I'm mixing in too, because I do want some sort of more defined gold lines. And I did like a little sort of test pour with the 24 karat, and it gave a great gold overall layer, but the lines you couldn't really see in the lines. So I was like, I wanted a bit more definition. But I want this fairly light because the color on the wall is so bold. I don't really want to fight with it. I just want to make something pretty to accent it. So I think I'll do a little bit more old gold, or 24 karat, I should say. I hope the consistency is okay. And then this is a little bit of Artist Loft Brilliant Gold, yellow, I should say. Yellow's not really the color I go for a lot, so I don't have a lot of options in my yellows. But, you know. And then this one is that yellow, Brilliant Yellow, mixed with a little bit of raw sienna, which I believe is also Artist Loft. I'll make sure I list the correct colors in case anybody is interested. I just wanted to deepen this up a little bit. I might put a bit of the raw sienna in, but I did when I did my little test pour, it kind of made the whole thing go orange. And that's not really the look I'm going for. So we will see. I might decide against that. Light. Some more old gold. Yeah, I don't have enough of this, but that's okay. I have some more that's unthickened. I'll just add that in. My test pour, I also put in a bit of the Liquitex copper, so that might have helped with the overall orangey look too, which I took out when I decided to do this one because I didn't want that. But as I said, I'm not a big yellow person, so this is a bit out of my comfort zone in a pour, and I usually use a lot of colors, so that's again out of my comfort zone. So I'm going to use a little bit of this, but I'm just going to put like literally bloop, a little bit. A little extra. There's no rhyme or reason to how I'm pouring it. I'm just kind of getting it in there. We'll see how it goes. I just wanted to paint something. Looks like my consistencies might be off on something. My white's sinking, but oh well. It's only paint, right? I haven't done a ring pour in so long, I'm not quite sure how much paint I need. It's not my forte. I do think they're pretty. Just haven't focused on it much. Alright, pretty much out of that. Get you out of the way. Thin mixture of 24 karat. Well, hopefully it doesn't just take over everything again, but if it does, at least it does it in a very pretty way. So we will go with it. Yeah, it looks like my white's sinking. Hopefully I don't end up with a big clump of white in the middle, but that's okay. Use up the rest of this. More of that. Put a bit more white and I'll put some more of that. Just do it a little. You gotta have sound effects when you pour, I've decided. At least I do. This feels like a lot of paint for me, but usually I go for white space and all that stuff, so you don't use quite as much paint when you do it that way. A lot of white, but not so much the other stuff. I think that's enough. Maybe a little bit more of the old gold. All this stuff will end up on my paper. More of that gold. Alright, I'm gonna go for it. If I have to add a little white at the corners to extend it, I will. Let me just get the lid on this because I will spill it. So let's do one at a time here. Wish me luck. It's already looking too orange for me. where's all my white? It's probably going to be in the middle. We'll see. I think I do have too much paint though. There's the white. We'll see. It's very pretty though. I wish you could see the sparkle in it. I'm sure you can't, but I'm gonna give it a torch. I mixed the paint yesterday, but of course you still have to stir it the next day, so. Oh, it looks like I dipped my finger in it. Oops. Oh well. As I said, this is not my forte. So let's just get her moving a bit. I might need to put a bit of white down. Around it to help it flow. My weight into the middle again. Stretch out those lines a bit. Should have poured a bit slower, I think, but that's okay. You'll live and learn. Okay. I think I am going to put just a bit of white around the edge to help the paint move, because I feel like I could have done with just a bit more paint. So even if I could just get these corners covered, it will help out. Not worrying about my sides too much because I know the paint will cover it. I'm just like to get the sides of my corners covered because you know the paint does not like corners. Anybody who does this knows the paint likes to stay away from those corners. So. Cover it up a bit. I've got some more bubbles. Girly bubbles. All right. What is that? I don't know, but it's gone now. All right. Get this going over. Maybe I should have put a little bit more of that darker color in here. But it is very soft, which is what I wanted, so. corner. Try to keep some of the depths on that side. I'm going to bring it back. Try and keep some of that depths and pour off some of the light colors over here. They covered my corners. I think I like it. I'm not quite sure why there's two little eyeballs staring at me there, but that's okay. Torch. It's very sparkly. I'll post on my Instagram once they're dried if I'm happy with them and put them up in my bathroom. I'll put a picture up on Facebook or Instagram so you can see the color that I was working with in the room. So let me just get this out of the way and then we'll get the next one going. Trying not to drip paint everywhere or show you my cleavage. I'm not good at the editing yet, so I don't know how to get rid of that. Might take me a few minutes. Oh, look how sparkly my drippings are. All right. So, let's see what this one turns out like. I do feel like my white might have been off on consistency. It's brand new mixed, and one of the bad things about not measuring is that I'm never quite sure if it's right or not, so I will have to adjust that for if I do another one. Oh, it's so scary when it starts, it just looks orange. Ooh, shaky hand. Very sparkly. No noticeable bubbles, so that's good. Very pretty. Okay. Let's do the fun part. Or the nerve-wracking part, depending on your point of view, I suppose. You guys are probably seeing things that I'm not and going, don't do it that way. I know I do sometimes. I probably should put my white around before I do this, actually. So then I'll keep more of the depths of that. So I'm gonna do, at least on this side. Too late for this side, but that's okay. Yeah, my white does seem thick compared to my other paints. I'll have to fix that. I have a really big canvas I bought on a recent sale at Michael's that I'm prepping for. Or thinking about and being terrified, probably more likely. Never done one that big, so it's like, that's a lot of paint, and where do I scrape it, and what do I do with it if it doesn't work, and you know. Gotta keep reminding myself it's only paint. And since I do like white space normally, it's a lot of white paint, which I use house paint, so really I don't know why I'm so nervous, but I am. Bubbles. Oh, looks like my torch could do with a reload soon. Needs to keep working for a few more minutes. All right, let's go that way. Hope I'm in focus for you guys, or in screen. I'm not used to filming yet. Not gonna lie, it feels really weird sitting here talking to myself. I mean, I do it all the time, but usually nobody hears me, so. I don't mind my center not in the center, but I don't want it to be gone. There we go. In fact, I'm usually happier if it's slightly off center. Just find it's a bit more interesting for me. Oh my goodness, I'm just looking at that other one. There's a ton of cells there that weren't there before. That's interesting. I wonder if that, I guess that's that gold. I'm not sure if I like it. But we'll see. On this corner, I'd like to cover. Perfect. another reason to use this canvas for me. There's a little flaw in it. I don't care. My powder room I used the most, so. But I couldn't sell that, so. Alright. Let's give this one a torch. Yeah, this is out. That's okay, I don't see any bubbles in here. Let me get my gloves off so I can bring you in. I'm not sure about these. I'm gonna let them dry though and see. I'm definitely not sure about those cells in that other one. I wonder if I could pour them off. You guys will probably yell at me though. Well, let me show you what it's doing. Hopefully I don't turn you off in the process of getting you down or make you get sick, because, you know, I gotta shake you around a bit. There we go. And see all those cells that have opened up over here. I was not planning on that. Oh, but you can see the sparkle of that gold right now. Look at it all. Just everywhere. Now there's what that one's doing. These are gold cells here that are popping up. Let me just... take you around. See all the gold there too, huh? I like the gold. I just don't know how I feel about those cells. And I don't know why this one's not, although this one might be starting to do it there. Maybe I'll wait a few minutes before I decide. So there you go. 2 pours. I'm going to give this one a few minutes to develop. And then if I decide to pour that one off, I may turn you back on if I remember. And if not, then I will let you know when I've posted on my Instagram or my Facebook. So thank you for watching, and leave any comments you have below, or things that you think I should have done differently, or recommendations for that gold on how to get it to behave itself, because it's so pretty. I would like to use more of it. And yeah, have a great day. Bye-bye.